Okay, let's take a look at this question, basically asking us to understand how to use and manipulate this equation of delta G equals delta H minus T delta S. So both of these equations are going to use this temperature, 121.0. If we add 273.15, we get a temperature of 394.15. So that's good to know. This one, we're going to use delta G as is. And then down here, we got to rearrange and solve for delta S, which looks like this. Now we got things, we got joules here, we got kilojoules, and then kilojoules here. And then we have this last question for both of them, which is spontaneous. And so remember, if delta G is negative, it's spontaneous in that direction. If delta G is positive, it's spontaneous in the other direction. So I'm gonna slide down here. Okay, so this one, we actually can see delta G is negative 20. So we could actually say this reaction is spontaneous. Now remember, we have these four options. If we have negative and positive, it's spontaneous. If it's negative and negative, we're not sure. Positive and positive, we're not sure. If it's positive and negative, it's not. Now here we got two positives, and so we're not sure. Let's use our equation. Delta G equals delta H minus T delta S. We're going to say 803 kilojoules minus 394 times, I'm going to go ahead and divide by 1,000. And I get 2.037 kilojoules. And so I get 803 minus 802. Now this is a close one. And so we get 0.12. Now we're doing subtraction. Notice this one doesn't have any decimals and this one does. So we solve to the ones place, which is 0. So we're actually going to put a 0 in here with our decimal place and say we're not sure. Even though it's shown up as positive for us, once we follow the correct significant digits, we are not sure. It's right at that 0. This one we're going to rearrange. We got delta S equals delta H, so 92 kilojoules minus a negative 20 kilojoules over our 394.15. So I'm going to go 92 plus 20 divided by 394.15. So I get a 112 over, so it looks like I have 3 significant digits. I get 0.284, and now that's kilojoules per Kelvin. And so I'm going to multiply by the 1,000 and get 284 joules per Kelvin, because it is asking for joules per Kelvin. I'm going to go 284 here, put my decimal place, and check. So we have neither here. We have this reaction because delta G is negative. There we go. So a lot of rearranging, a lot of significant digits on this, keeping those straight. We have some subtraction to be aware of. We also then we have some dividing. So check those significant digits. Don't forget those decimal places, and do that gut check, right? Does it make sense? This one, we're not sure when they're both positive, and so we got to solve. This one, it told us that it was already spontaneous, but it also, they were both positive. So without solving, you're not sure.